Listen. This is the sound that in 1939 told the world that it was at war again. This death shriek of the Junkers Stuka was the last sound that tens of thousands of people around the world ever heard. But in one of history's great ironies, Hugo Junkers, the creator of the company that gave birth to the Stuka, literally fought to the death to stop this bomber from being built and all other war machines that eventually wore the name of his beloved company. This is the story of Hugo Junkers, the water heater engineer who went on to become the founding father of the entire global airline system that we fly on every day. Hugo Junkers designed heavy industrial equipment for a living in Dessau, Germany, and was already 55 years old when he drew his first airplane in 1915. Unlike the lightweight canvas kites of the day, Hugo's J-1 was the first airplane made entirely of metal. When early pilots saw it, they called it the flying furniture van and were afraid of it because everyone knew that iron couldn't fly. But when those German pilots flew over the trenches of World War I, they loved Hugo's iron airplanes because for the first time, aviators felt protected by the sturdy aircraft carrying them rather than a likely victim of their own flimsy machine. Over the next 15 years, Junkers' series of flying furniture vans changed the world's perception of air travel from death-defying to safe and reliable. In Junkers' sturdy aircraft, from the luxurious F-13 to the iconic J-52 Iron Annie to the gigantic G-38, the first global airlines were born, and the reach of day-to-day aviation expanded to every continent. Hugo was the first to see the potential of an integrated global air transport system. As his aircraft evolved, so did his vision of people unified by invisible pathways sketched in the air. Passengers lined up to fly these air lines from one place to another. But these golden years of air travel didn't last long. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Junkers refused to build them the bombers they demanded. A lifelong dreamer and pacifist, Junkers was more interested in connecting people and protecting them than in killing them. Rather than turn his company over to Hitler, Junkers retired and signed the whole thing over to his friend Adolf Dethmann, an ardent socialist. This so infuriated the Nazis that in 1934, the Gestapo arrested Junkers in his own home. But still, Hugo refused to hand over the patents of his beloved airplanes. Finally, after a year of threats, beatings, the arrests of his family members, and borderline starvation, Hugo Junkers died at the hands of the Gestapo in his own home on the morning of February 3rd, 1935, his 76th birthday. His patents finally in hand, the Nazis took over the Junkers factory and began to create the most fearful lineage of bombers in history. And, in spite of a lifetime of magnificent dreams, Junkers' name would be forever associated with the horrors of war. There's a lesson here. If you truly believe in your vision, no matter who comes to steal it, hold on to it and protect it. Time will eventually prove you right.